We are the insurgents.
And we are live this April 22nd, Wednesday. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. Thank you for joining me this evening. I will be out tomorrow and Friday, hopefully back on Monday, taking a trip out to New York. We're going to have a 2-hour news blitz / phone call segment, and then we're going to do Mark Dice and his new anti-Illuminati book, Illuminati Fact and Fiction, in the third hour. I also want to talk about this article out of Esquire I discussed on the Alex Jones Show briefly today that, of course, lumps everybody who, quote unquote, is a conspiracy theorist with 9/11 denial, Holocaust denial, moon fakery, the New World Order's not real, and, they try to say that the first blockbuster was the white supremacist epic Birth of a Nation. Again, they want to equate us with Nazis. Why people who love conspiracy theories are part of the problem. Remember, we're part of the problem. Conspiracies never happened. They can have the House Select Intelligence Committee on assassinations and come to the conclusion that indeed a conspiracy was committed to kill Martin Luther King Jr., John F. Kennedy Jr., and Robert Kennedy, but they don't exist. And we're part of the problem for perpetuating the conspiracies actually happen. My word, don't people get charged with conspiracy all the time? Isn't that just daily? Isn't that in the law terminology? I'm pretty sure it's in there. I'm sure it doesn't just go with conspiracy theorist, as they'd like you to believe. So again, coming down on the culture of conspiracy, I guess, is what they like to call it, and they try to mix, again, angels and demons with white supremacy and 9/11 truth. I mean, the opening paragraph right here, and this guy, Stephen or Stefan, should be ashamed of himself. The difference between the millions obsessed with angels and demons and the whack jobs denying 9/11 and the Holocaust says a lot about Obama's hopes for a new era of responsibility. Meanwhile, it's all pro-Obama garbage. We love Obama. And this denying 9/11. No one has denied that 9/11 happened. No one denied that 9/11 existed. No one denied it took place. But you know what? They love to glom on to the Holocaust denial terminology. They love to bring in the white supremacy. They love it. And by the way, they have links here. In fact, conspiracy theorists / 9/11 deniers, and of course it links to our good friends at Popular Mechanics that did one of the most piss-poor debunking jobs of a subject ever possible with 9/11, even writing a book and really doing a disservice to the debunking community as horribly written and horribly fact-checked as it was. I mean, there's so many holes in that debunking that David Ray Griffin was able to do a whole book called Debunking the Debunkers. And, I may not agree with everything David Ray Griffin has to say, but I do think that he's a lot more valid than these creeps that go out and just try to take the other side of everything. Everything's an accident. Everything's a coincidence. Everything's an intelligence failure. Nothing happens for any reasons. The government's always good. They've always got our best interests at heart. They're always working as hard as they can, but never against the populace. That could never happen. Governments throughout history have never oppressed the people. They've never incited the people into war with false flag terror events. They've never been tyrannical. They've never been dictatorial. I mean, give me a break. So we're going to really talk about that Esquire article with Mark Dice in about 2 hours, talk about his new book. And then I really want to focus on this NLE 09 exercise and this population sustainability that all the kids are talking about. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. We'll be back after this. PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
I'm Todd Davis, CEO of LifeLock, and what I'm about to tell you is true. My real Social Security number is 457-55-5462. You may think I'm crazy, but I know my identity is safe. At LifeLock, every member is covered by our $1 million total service guarantee.
Every 3 seconds, someone's identity is stolen. It's not just the money that's being stolen, it's your reputation, your credit, and your valuable time to fix the huge mess. At LifeLock, we aim to prevent identity theft before it happens. And if anything happens while you're a client of LifeLock, you'll be protected by our exclusive $1 million total service guarantee. With LifeLock, you'll also see a huge reduction in junk mail and pre-approved credit offers. Call 1-800-605-4229 right now and get 30 days of LifeLock for free. Protect yourself and your family from identity theft. And when you call right now, get 30 days free. Call now, 1-800-605-4229. That's 1-800-605-4229. Again, 1-800-605-4229.
How would you like to finally be debt-free without paying another cent to creditors and not have to file bankruptcy? DebtCrisisSolutions.com can help free you from the debt trap. This is not a debt settlement program which has tax consequences or debt consolidation. With our program, there are no more payments to creditors or collectors. We will help restore your credit history, protect your property, prevent paycheck garnishments, and preserve your bank account. We also provide mortgage modification services which can lower your mortgage payments without refinancing. If you're facing foreclosure or are in the foreclosure process, we can help. Finally, proven debt solutions that work for the people. Become debt-free in 90 days. Doing nothing doesn't make the debt go away. Call Debt Crisis Solutions today and speak to an advisor. Absolutely free. Call 718-615-0123. That's 718-615-0123. Or visit them online at DebtCrisisSolutions.com. That's DebtCrisisSolutions.com today.
All right, folks, we are back, and we're going to be taking your calls. It's 866-582-9933. That's 866-582-9933. Now, I did a story last night, and we're going to get into the NLE 09 and these sustainability quotes. We'll probably play the Ted Turner clip I love so much again. But I'm hoping these guys will pull this up. We talked about these robo-penguins yesterday, okay? And there is this other company called Fresto out there that actually have, and if you type this in, aqua ray robots. And what these are basically stingrays. They have a very distinct look to them, and you would think that they were some kind of an animal. I mean, not that the robo-penguins, if we can pull up the robo-penguins too and maybe show that while I talk about it, don't look like an actual animal other than their creepy glowing eyes. I mean, it looks a lot like Batman 2. Yeah, there it is right there, the Fresto Aqua Ray. And if you're watching at PrisonPlanet.tv, we're going to play the video as I talk about it. But this thing is just amazing looking. I mean, you would not be able to tell if you were in an aquarium setting, other than the fact that on the right flipper of this thing, it says Fresto on it. But this isn't a living, breathing, aquatic organism. I guess not breathing, but you know what I mean. I mean, this thing looks incredible. It moves incredibly. It looks just like the thing that killed Steve Irwin without the spiky thing at the end. And I am telling you, we live in such a distinct time in history that is really unlike any other time before it, because the technology that we now possess, artificial intelligence, is real. Right here I have a story about virtual reality and how they're trying to use it, of course, to stop global warming. There's the propaganda. And how to learn how to change the clouds. But VR has really been on the shelf and probably classified to a certain extent since the 90s. Folks, do you remember that really crappy game system Nintendo tried to come out